There 4825, we're now up to RG6 on
RG6 clear to land. No wind calm, check pulse, fire contact wind 180, tech 25, gust 35.
Alright, so as I've been saying, I've been working on these pieces here. I had to break the edges. Well, I had to basically file away these edges. So I used the Dremel with the the Scotch-Brite wheel to get all these edges smooth and filed down for a smooth skin experience. Anyway, that's done. Now it said to just mark one as left and one as right, so I guess now the sides matter. So I'm just going to mark this whole bottom row as right. Alright, so welcome to episode 4. This one, Tony didn't help me out too much on, so I just sort of did a lot of work on my own. I think my dad makes a cameo here. So you'll see that I started working on the ribs here, obviously. And I don't know how much edge breaking you're supposed to do there. Anyway, as it turns out, these pieces required an additional row of holes be added, well, 2 additional holes rather, into that row there. So it's drilling an entire extra roll of holes, but you've already drilled 2 at this point. Anyway, trying to create new holes by measuring them perfectly on my own. I am not so good at this, and obviously you can tell that. You're looking at me using a Sharpie to mark the position. That's not incredibly accurate. I've got a pretty good ruler, but the punch really helped. Once I could perfectly position the punch in the middle of that Sharpie dot, I think I got pretty good holes, pretty good markings. And so I got the 2 holes on the piece that you had to modify heavily, and I marked it on the other piece, the other 2 holes on the edge, I believe. These are the back 2, and the other 2 you have to match drill. What you call it, the bearing there. I don't know why I started playing with that. Right here is this is my first attempt at riveting. I've never riveted anything, so let's give it a shot. So I'm looking for so many stinking rivets. I know sort of what I'm looking for. I'm looking for AN 470. This is it. Well, that was painful to watch. Having now set a few hundred, or maybe actually well over 1,000, I think now, rivets. Watching me set up that gun and figuring it out, that was painful for me. Anyway, they came out great. Exactly like normal within standards. I didn't have to drill out any of those 6. So I was pretty happy with my first rivets. I checked them with the gauge. I had to Google how to use that gauge. Anyway, got it all set. I was still really into the drill press at this point. I really don't think that the drill press is necessary for all of these things. Using a regular drill, probably just fine. I've pretty much switched to the regular drill or the air drill. The electric drill or the air drill. There's benefits to each one. So they had you mark all the parts so that you can reassemble them. But then they didn't tell you to disassemble them. So anyway, enlarge these holes, and now it's clearly time to disassemble these because I'm going to be using this on the next part that I have to do. I really don't want to because this took a lot of work. But I'm going to need it disassembled anyway.
So we'll go ahead and start.
Now I'm coming across the same issue that a lot of people apparently have had online. First of all, you will definitely notice that I fluted the heck out of one of those ribs. Yup, did need to do that. It didn't end up causing any issues in the long run. I think I end up defluting it, like I ended up flattening it out a good bit after realizing that this was not necessary. The horizontal stabilizer, these parts were really straight. So looking online, it looks like you don't really have to flute any of the horizontal stabilizer parts in general, unless they're pretty bent. Apparently when it comes to the wing, fluting is more required. But now I'm on to the part that everyone has an issue with, which is if you look in the plans, it says that you've got to drill these two holes, and it says you can gently flex the rib out of the way to get to it. But anyway, I was trying to use some sort of a tight fit drill kit or a flexible drill, and now you see my dad's popped in. So my dad was coming by and visiting. He lives about an hour and a half away. So the other guy there, that's my dad, and he's sitting there trying to help me figure out how to do it. So I'm taking it apart and putting it back together, all in an attempt just to figure it out. I think I switched the side of the Clecos because my idea was maybe I'll try and go at it from the other side.
Now, this was the interesting part, and I didn't know what I was doing here. Not that I knew what I was doing anywhere. But fluting. Adding these
Yeah, I was
little...
wondering what those were.
So, I fluted this one and this one only.
Oh, you did that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because it said flute as required. I said, well, how do I know if it's required? Anyway, I looked it all up, and it's basically just to straighten out these pieces as needed, and that's it.
Huh.
So, this should go here, or so, I don't know. Looks like there. Yeah, and then we just start.
But this doesn't go on. That can't go on this.
I'm gonna shove this in here. See what happens.
It won't go through the hole.
That means I gotta take this off. Get the, so I can get into this with the rib out.
Let me take these off?
Yeah. It's a tough one. I gotta move this rib over to the left, and then it said to enlarge that. So
Oh, you gotta move it on here too. That's why. Let me go through the garage for them.
Alright.
Some sweat off my face.
I'm finding is that this needs to be undone a bit. Anyway, we're doing the Clecos on this thing. Looks like I accidentally left the camera recording last night when I left, so the battery was pretty dead. And I'm not sure if it just recorded, so I may repeat some commentary here. So I'm finding out why it's important to clico all these things. So anyway, this rib here underneath this one did not fit very well. And the reason for that is that I fluted it like a dunce. Anyway, flute as required is what the instructions said, and I didn't know whether it was required or not, so I just did it. Mindlessly tried it out. Then I started Googling it afterwards, and the general consensus is that the H-nav doesn't really need much fluting. That it's the wing that needs fluting. So don't just flute for no reason. All you're trying to do is straighten out the pieces, and mine came pretty straight, so anyway. Don't do things mindlessly like I did. Do things correctly.
Alright, and this last bit, this was kind of fun. This was the time when I got to put on the skins. I hadn't done that before. My dad also hadn't seen the project yet, so it was kind of cool to have him be involved in putting on the skins. You know. So we got him on, and I had him grab. That's what. Hey, get 2 pair of Cleco pliers. If you're gonna have anybody help you at all, get 2 pair of Cleco pliers, because there's gonna be times when it's useful to have that second pair and a second body in there working with you. I did explain to my dad in here. I think I'm fast forwarded over this a bit, but I was talking to him about the fluting issue there and how it's supposed to hopefully fit. Anyway. Looks good. And top. There. Well, it's nighttime now. Obviously, I've probably put the kids to bed and just excited to keep building, so now I'm gonna put in these Clecos and get this skin on both sides. And now I'm starting to see the horizontal stabilizer, at least one side of it, start to take shape. And that's exciting, you know, to start to see what kind of looks like an airplane part. It's no longer just metal, but you know, it starts to look like an airplane. It's really nice. That's fun. Well, until next time. Yeah, so this is while the kids are asleep, so my son hasn't seen this yet, but next episode, Tony's gonna help me, and we're gonna put it all together, keep going. Should be fun.
Endeavour 5531, runway 28, clear to land.